Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Its world-famous bluecoats helped launch the careers of Shane Ritchie, Bobby Davro, and Bradley Walsh. But having once been a much-loved British family holiday staple, Pontins is now in the midst of a deep crisis. In its heyday in the 1970s and 1980s, the business was thriving with hordes of British families excitedly loading up their cars to drive off to one of its 30 parks scattered across the country. There are now just 3 left clinging on for survival. If owners Britannia were left in doubt of the public's perception of Pontins, then a recent survey in which it was voted the worst holiday resort in Britain will be a startling wake-up call. The results of the which survey will make for unsavory reading for the company's multi-millionaire boss Andrew Langsom. Customer service, cleanliness, quality of accommodation, food and drink and value of money were all given just 2 stars. It's a brutal assessment for somewhere that will hold fond memories for many Brits and a far cry of Langsom's vow to sprinkle the parks with some Disney-style fairy dust. It's not brain of Britain stuff. The tycoon bragged to The Guardian in 2011 having just parted with £20 million to drag Pontins out of administration. "I plan to put some razzmatazz into it," he crowed, with £25 million put aside to inject some much-needed life into the parks. Yet in the near decade and a half since Britannia's takeover, it has been more goofy than Mickey Mouse, with the hotel chain unable to stem the decline. Preston, in North Wales, and Camber Sands, in Sussex, were immediately shut down without warning at the back end of November last year. 2 months later, Southport, in Merseyside, was added to the Pontins graveyard, with bosses blaming flooding caused by Storm Hank for the closure. Staff claimed they were told by text at the 11th hour that their jobs no longer existed. With EDF staff being housed in the Breen Sands Park in Somerset for the next 3 years while work is carried out on a new nuclear power plant, it means families have 2 parks to pick from: Pakefield, in Suffolk, Sand Bay, in Weston-super-Mare. The demise is as startling and rapid as one of Pontins' water slides. Rumors too have swirled online that the Preston and Camber Sands parks were to be housed with 1,600 migrants rather than happy families enjoying their holiday. The Home Office strongly denied those rumors, insisting to Mail Online there were no plans for them to be used. Langsom, dubbed the Asylum King, has built up an estimated £248 million fortune through Britannia Hotels, enjoys lucrative taxpayer-funded contracts to house asylum seekers across its 60 sites, at least 17 of which are said to have been block-booked. The hotel tycoon launched the company in 1976 with the purchase of the Britannia Country House Hotel in Didsbury, Manchester. The entrepreneur has previously boasted of Britannia's role in safeguarding the future of some of Britain's most historic hotels, including the Adelphi in Liverpool, which was used by passengers on the Titanic, and the Grand in Scarborough. But Britannia is now notorious for its Basil Fawlty-style service, with it being named worst hotel chain for 11 consecutive years. Its entry in the which ranking of the best and worst hotels in the country makes for bad reading too: run down, dirty, and once again the worst hotel chain in the UK. Avoid at all costs. Sir Fred Pontin first launched Pontins in 1946, offering half-board and self-catering holidays with entertainment at resorts around the country. By the 1960s the business was thriving and Sir Fred's eyes began to wander abroad. In 1963, he formed Continental, and with it came a slew of holiday villages in Spain, Majorca, Sardinia, Ibiza, Greece, Morocco, and Yugoslavia. In 1978, Pontins was sold to the Coral Group for £56 million and since then has gone through a number of new owners before it was saved in 2011 by Britannia when it fell into administration. Mail Online has contacted Britannia Hotels for comment.